And let's discuss this strike action by labor unions around the country further. Political affairs analyst Victor Okhai joins me on the news. Thank you very much for speaking to us, Mr. Victor Okhai. Now, despite a national industrial judgment stopping the NLC from going on a strike, we have seen them ignoring these instructions. Now, can this action encourage dialogue?
Thank you very much. I think that this action would actually force dialogue, not just encourage. And the reason is simply this. It looks like in the past couple of years, we have governments that don't listen anymore and have no respect for the rule of law. In cases where you see people being thrown into jail, where they should be they should be bailed within 24 hours. They're kept there for months. The government cannot, on the one hand, expect compliance, whereas they do not comply. And this has been the problem. So much impunity in the land led by the government. What happened in Imo, which is not even the main reason for the strike, but could be an immediate cause for, making the strike more urgent, these are things that happen every day. We heard from different people, but we also heard from labor leaders who have said that the strike has nothing to do, or is not necessarily about what happened in Imo. But let's, for the sake of argument, say yes, it is about Imo. What it simply says is this, that if somebody of that level, the leader of the Nigerian Labour Congress, can be so beaten and dealt with the way he was, and then it's like nobody, the federal government did not even deem it fit to apologize, the state government did not deem it fit to apologize, and he was beaten like a common criminal. If they get away with it, a man at that level, then what hope is there for the rest of us? This fight is not just about Ajero. This fight is about the rest of Nigerians. The impunity of people in government, especially at the executive level, has gone on for so long, and it's too much. I think it is time, because if this strike goes through, the next time, people will think twice before doing what they did to Ajero, and hopefully doing the same to the rest of us. So, as an individual, I think if this is what it takes to bring government to the table, to listen to every other thing, it is correct. With the issue of the industrial court, why do they expect, does the government even respect court orders? I don't think they do. I'm not advocating that we should ignore the judiciary, but even the judiciary itself has lent itself to ridicule, especially in recent times, by the kind of pronouncement that they make. They have been used, in the past, even when labor has legitimate reason to go to on strike and all that, the government has procured, spurious court orders to stop them from doing what is their legitimate right. So I think that if this is what it takes to make government sit down, listen, and talk not just about the Ajero issue, but about the economy generally, and the fact that Nigerians are suffering, and that labor
Mr. Okhai,
shortly,
shortly, briefly now, are strike actions still effective in addressing labor disputes in Nigeria?
Strikes? I ask you, strikes are still effective? Well, they have not been as effective as they have been in the past because of the fact that even government does not respect. Government has tried to break through the ranks of labor. A situation where you find, like in Imo State, for instance, which is part of the reason why Ajero was there, 31 months, civil servants have not been paid salaries. Who does that? In what economy? What impunity? And so even the strikes, you find a situation where government will use the media and its agents to blackmail. As you heard in your report, they are blackmailing labor. Labor represents the interests of the people. They cannot be seen as sabotaging when they are fighting for the interests of workers. If it is selfish interest, you may say so. But a case where people have not been paid salaries for 31 months, and you see politicians buying cars and doing all sorts of things, I don't think so. Strikes have been rendered almost useless because of the way government has infiltrated, and they keep blackmailing labor. What is a legitimate tool for conflict resolution is now being treated as sabotage and as
political
if
affairs
Labour
analyst
is
Victor
to be,
Okhai, thank you very much for speaking with us.